Welcome to Financial Fridays. Today we will be talking about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. What is it? Why it has worth? How to store it? How to buy it? How to earn it? And if it's a good investment or not. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. It is a currency that is decentralized, meaning that the banks do not control the release of more currency or the control of it. Bitcoin also has a finite amount, so that once all the Bitcoins have been mined, there are no more that can be made. Bitcoin was made so that people could verify transactions and goods and make sure to track payments. Bitcoin is a currency that is pretty much a massive open ledger. People mine and document and verify blockchains, which are massive collections of transactions. Miners will solve equations that can track routes a Bitcoin payment has made to verify that somebody was actually paid what they said they were. The more people adopt and support Bitcoin, the more worth it'll have, because it'll have more use and have a good system for a secure currency. I would not say Bitcoin is stable, but due to all the people backing it and more stores starting to accept it as payment, while it's not currently stable, I think it'll become much more stable in the future, and not even the distant future. I also believe the price will continue to climb higher than $3,300 that it's currently sitting at. Even if it crashes, I believe it'll climb back up pretty swiftly. The blockchain, which makes up a Bitcoin, can be used to track and store many different types of transactions, like vehicle history and ownership, land ownership information, certifications like birth, marriage, and death certifications, track tax payments. Ownership of any kind of assets can also be logged and stored on the blockchain, which makes up a total Bitcoin. In order to tamper with the stored and verified data, one would have to hack every computer that is connected to the blockchain. To those that wish to try that, I say good luck to you, because that would be an amazing and terrifying feat. So if Bitcoins are more or less a currency that can be tracked and are an open ledger, then why are they worth anything? Well, they have worth because people are backing Bitcoins. They have worth for the same reason that gold has value. Due to all its features, it's easy to see why it has value, even more so than why gold has value. Gold has value because it's shiny, there's a limited amount of it, it can be made into jewelry, and it's conductive. Dollar bills have value because the government requires us to pay taxes with that currency. So really, it has value because all of us agree that it has value. From everything that I've seen, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies will keep going up in value, price, and acceptance. Will they one day become the one and only currency? Possibly. We might end up moving to them. But I highly doubt we'll get rid of other things like dollars, euros, or anything like those. Now, to store Bitcoins, there are many different platforms to store them in. There are hardware wallets, which you need to buy a piece of hardware that can store your Bitcoins. There are paper wallets, which you print out your Bitcoin address on paper. And if you lose said paper, then you lose your Bitcoin. So I don't really recommend paper wallets. There are local wallets to store your Bitcoins on your computers. And lastly, there are online exchanges that work a little like a bank, and a place where you can buy, sell, and trade Bitcoins, as well as other cryptocurrencies. There are a lot of exchange sites out there where you can buy, sell, trade, and store your cryptocurrencies. Two of the best I have found thus far are Coinbase and Bitfinex. I will include a link to both in the description. Coinbase is more well known and has been around longer, but Bitfinex has a wider range of currencies that can be bought and stored on their site. Coinbase has much lower fees on buying and selling, so Coinbase is a good choice for investors and miners just getting into the game without much money. Bitfinex is more for large orders and large sales. Coinbase has a 1.5% fee for withdrawing to your bank. Bitfinex has a 0.1% withdrawal fee to your bank, but it has a minimum fee of $20. This is not the case for Coinbase. I would suggest Coinbase for miners, and I'd suggest Bitfinex for those wishing to do long-term investing in multiple cryptocurrencies. You can use either for any type of investments that you want to do, but that's what I'd recommend. Towards the end of the video, I will be giving my recommendation of 3 cryptocurrencies to invest in. Alright, so I've let you know one way to get Bitcoins, and that's through exchange. But there are a few more ways to get Bitcoins. One is to invest in an ICO, which is like a bunch of people getting together to buy mining power, and then they split the profits based on how much everyone bought in. Be careful when you're investing in an ICO, because there have been a lot of scams popping up lately involving ICOs. 2 is to buy mining power directly. You can do this at places like NiceHash, Genesis Mining, and HashNet. Be careful when you're buying mining power or cloud mining. 99% of those companies are glorified Ponzi schemes. This method, if used right and you put in the time to do all the math, it can be profitable, but it would take time for it to turn a profit, as most of the sites require a contract for a couple of months at least. Average return on investment is around 6 months. 3 is mining, solo mining or pool mining. You can mine Bitcoin with special hardware. Solo mining is hoping that you solve the right math problem at the right moment to get the reward with Bitcoin. It's much like playing the lottery and has very low odds of success. To have better odds at success, then you need a lot of very powerful hardware, which is also very expensive, to even make this thinkable. Now, pool mining is you combining your processing power with others. That way you can split the profits based on your contribution to the pool. This is by far the more steady and worthwhile mining route. Now, you can use your graphics card and processor to mine as well, but you would be mining for Ethereum because graphics cards are not good at processing the algorithms used for mining Bitcoins. But they are great for Ethereum. With graphics cards, you can either mine Ethereum for Bitcoin on NiceHash, or you can just mine Ethereum with other tools, but they're much more complicated to set up. Mining requires an upfront cost and will require time to pay itself off. It has similar drawbacks to renting mining power. The difference here is that you will not risk all the mining contracts running out. You will have control of maintenance of the system. You can customize the system and upgrade it if you find a good deal. While those are all positives, they can also be negatives depending on the person. The biggest positive is that you can trust that your power is not just a Ponzi scheme due to you owning everything. I sell my mining power on NiceHash. They pay me twice a month. So far, with the current market value of Bitcoin and Ethereum, I have made about $120 a month. My total investment was about $1,000 to upgrade my current system a bit for mining. Buying a full mining system from scratch would cost much more. Mine was relatively cheap due to me just having to add a few parts to my current system. To those that want to get into mining and wish to buy a mining rig, please message me. I'm starting to give quotes on building and fully setting up mining rigs, so that you just have to put in your information and hit start on the mining program and you'll be good to go. If you're interested, message me and I'll work up a quote for you. I would say that by far the easiest way to get into Bitcoins or cryptocurrency is to buy the coins and wait. The profit margin on this is higher than normal lately because of the boom Bitcoins are going through. If you take that into account and normalize it, then its profitability is lower than mining, but higher than most stock investments. It is normally less of a hassle than renting miners, and less shady than investing in an ICO. For people wanting to get into Bitcoin or crypto as a whole, I would recommend buying some coins and holding on to them for a while. Then see how it goes for you. Get used to the market and grow familiar with it. Now, if you're looking at getting into Bitcoin this year, I want you to know the government is hard setting tax laws on all cryptocurrency this year, and the community is not fully sure how that'll play out. I'll make a video about taxes and Bitcoins after I've done taxes with them this year. I am not saying to stay out, rather, make sure you have yourself covered. Record what the US value of the Bitcoins were when you bought them or earned them. Also, record what their worth was when you sold them. Right now, as laws currently stand, they are treated like property or stocks. It varies a little depending on if you mined them or bought them. As long as you keep track of those things, though, you'll be fine. Coinbase and Bitfinex also keep track of your transactions, so you could pull the information from there at the end of the year, but I like to have a self-kept record as a backup for things like this. Yes, I'm a little paranoid. I'll have some links in the descriptions about current tax laws for Bitcoins. Alright, we have covered what a Bitcoin is, how to store a Bitcoin, and how to buy and sell them. With this information, you should know enough to get your start in Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency. Now, on the currencies that I would recommend buying, Omishigo, or OMG coin. This is a new coin, but it's very fast in its transactions and it's much more secure than most other cryptocurrencies on the market. It doesn't cost much right now, but I'd say this is a buy now coin, as it's quickly gaining popularity and the support of the cryptocurrency market. Next would be Bitcoin. This coin will be around for a long time and will keep going up for some time. Most markets say that it'll hit 4K before the end of the year. Last but not least, Ethereum. This coin is the second most popular, and it'll have times where it falls, but it normally climbs back up pretty quickly. It is a fairly steady coin and is well liked. It has a lot of backing because Ethereum is more a collaboration of miners for their computing power to run intense programs for solving, say, scientific problems, unlike Bitcoin, which is more like a ledger and record keep. If you have any questions, please ask them below in the comments and I will answer them. If you are interested in a quote for a mining rig, then message me and I'll work you up a quote. Below will be links to various places, things, and tools to help you with Bitcoins and cryptocurrencies. I wish you the utmost luck and blessings on your ventures into cryptocurrency. This has been Financial Fridays with Kyle. Thank you.